Hey girls and boys, it is Mr. McAndrew, the math coach, and yes, I am super excited to be with you working on this math project with Bob and his candy. People are loving it, tastes super good. Yeah, so let's help them out. Okay, so make sure that you have your math packet, but before we get there, I want to review a few things. Remember that these represent pieces of candy, right? Okay. And this is one bag of candy that has 10 pieces in it, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's one bag. So it's 10 pieces in this bag, plus 2 more that would give you 12, right? 10, 11, 12. What I want to emphasize right now is to remind you that if we have 10 bags of candy, okay, then we have 100 pieces of candy. So let's just take a look. Let's make sure that Mr. McAndrew is correct. Is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there is 10 bags of candy, okay? Now, let's count and see how many pieces in total that we have. So we have 10, count with me, okay? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, slide it over a little bit, 90, 100, okay? So the same way that 10 ones is equal to 110. I know there's only 2 of them there. 10 tens makes 100. So I could put those 10 bags inside 100, okay? Because so I could take those away and replace it with 100. So in terms of our project, what this means is that we can put 10 bags of candy inside, like we'll call it like a candy tin, right? The tin, have you ever seen a candy tin? Let me show you a picture. All right, so here's some pictures of tins, right? Like they're bigger than a bag, okay? Sometimes they're like this or like this. That's a big pot. Here's some big tins. Okay, so these are candy tins. And the thing about Bob is that you can fit the 10 bags, okay? Like if this is the tin, you can fit 10 bags inside the tin. So that, therefore, inside each tin, which is the blue, right, we could have 100 pieces of candy. And there's 10 pieces of candy in each bag. There's 10 bags, and that gives us 100 pieces of candy like that. Okay? Count with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so let's get to our project. Yesterday, it should say Monday, page 2 at the top. We figured out that Bob's friend Nora wanted 120 pieces of candy. So here's how many bags that would be. 10, 20, 30, 40, count with me please. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Okay? So that means that would be 12 bags. Because you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it's 12 bags. So let's look at the next one. On your paper, it'll say Tuesday. Okay, I wrote in Tuesday. It says, let's read what it says. It says, Bob can put 10 bags of candy into a large candy tin, just like I was showing you. How many tins can he fill up with bags he is sending to Nora? Okay, so we can put 10 bags in a tin, just like I showed you. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3 bags, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bags right here. So right there, that's 100, because that is 10 tens. Okay? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then we still have, over here, we have 20. All right, but to answer the question, how many tins can he fill up with the bags he is sending to Nora? Well, he could fill up 1 tin, right? 1 tin. So I would write down 1 tin. Okay? How many pieces of candy are in the candy tin? So how many pieces of candy are inside the tin, which looks like this, remember? Okay? We already said there would be how many pieces? 100. Now, how many bags do not fit inside the tin? All right, write down what you think. How many bags do not fit in the tin? So if I look up here, I can see there are 2 bags that did not fit. So I'm going to write 2 bags that did not fit. Okay? All right, so let me ask you to go to the next page where it says Tuesday continued. All right, it's going to be time for you to get to work. I'm going to read this, and I want you to work on it. Even if it's difficult, I want you to try it out. You can do it. You know what, boys and girls? Before we do this, let's do a practice one. Okay? So let's say that Bob has somebody who wants to order. They're having a holiday party, and they want 260 pieces of candy. Okay? All right, it's a lot of candy. How many bags should Bob send to them if they want 260? It's a good question, right? So if you use your base 10 pieces that look like this, you're not going to have enough because there's only like 15 in a bag. But you can always draw, right? You can always draw pictures. So let's see. Do this with me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to let you work on this for a few minutes. Okay? So the question is, if somebody wants 260 pieces of candy, how many bags will that fill up? Okay? So think about that. Try it out. Draw it out if you can. Okay, and see what you come up with, and then I'll come back in a minute and we'll look at it together. Okay, so pause the video and think about it. All right, so what do you guys think? Did you draw some pictures? Did you go something like, let's say, so 1 bag is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then I'm going to come down here, 110, 120, 130, 140. Can you do it with me, please? 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. Are we up to 260 yet? Not yet. 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260. Wow, that's a lot of bags. How many bags do we have? Well, I know there's 10 bags up here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 here. There's 10 bags here, and there's 6 bags here. That's 10, 20, that makes 26 bags. It's a lot of bags, right? I can also put, look, I could put these 10 into a tin, right? Kind of, that word's a little bit tricky, isn't it? Okay, and I could put these 10 tens into a tin, so I have 100 total pieces of candy here and 100 total pieces of candy here, and then I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's 260, right? So let's not make it confusing. I have 100 in this tin, I have 100 here, and here I have 60. That gives me 260 total pieces of candy, and I could fill up 2 tins. Each tin has 10 bags, which means there's 100 in each. All right, so let's go to your paper, okay? It should say, Tuesday continued. It's about Bob's grandma. So read along with me, and then you're going to try and figure this out. Bob's grandma loves the candy that Bob makes. So she orders a lot of candy for a party she is having. She orders 340 pieces of candy. Help Bob out. How many bags of candy can Bob fill? Remember, there's only 10 pieces of candy in one bag. So boys and girls, we're not doing any tins right now, just bags. Okay, so you want to start off by drawing bags. That's one bag, and that's 2 bags. That's 10, 20. See how many bags will you can fill up with 340 pieces of candy. See if you can figure it out and write down your answer. So pause the video right now, spend a few minutes working on this, and come back when you're ready to talk about it. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, so how do we do? How many bags did you get? Did you get 34 bags? I'm wondering if that might be the answer. Let's see. If I did 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, that's 200. 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300. I'm not there yet. I'm trying to get to 340. 310, 320, 330, 340. Whew! I did it. And that gives me 34 bags. I've got 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 bags with 10 pieces of candy in each bag. Whew! That's a lot of candy. That's 340 pieces of candy and 34 bags. Okay, last question for today, helping out Bob. It says, how many tins can Bob fill? Remember, you can put 10 bags in a tin. So for example, I could put these 10 into a tin, okay? All right, so look at that, see what you think, and come back when you have looked at it and tried to figure it out, okay? I'll see you in a minute. All right, so did you try and figure this one out? So you can use this drawing, right? So look, if I circle these 10, that's 1 tin of candy, okay? T-I-N, not 10, not number 10, T-I-N. Here's another, probably should have called it something different than a tin, right? A tin is a big thing of candy, not a 10. It's different. And here's another one. So I've got 10 in this candy, big candy tin. I've got 10 bags of candy in this candy tin. And I've got 10 bags of candy in this candy tin. So that makes 3 tins. Oops, can't see it. You can fill 3 tins. By the way, boys and girls, the way you draw that is, in base 10, is you just draw a square. So that means 100. This is another 100 and another 100. Okay, and then you would have 4 left over. So that tells me 340. All right, boys and girls, good job. We're helping out Bob, doing a great job, okay? Let's keep helping him out later this week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.